bike racks at my local Walmart stores are packed absolutely full of bikes, and this is an odd time for them to be packed full of bikes. We're post-summer, post the bump of back-to-school bike buying season. Usually that's the last gasp for bike sales before Christmas, so there's that couple of month lull. But look at this, we've got adult bikes overspilling into the kiddo bikes. That's a lot of handlebars, a lot of spokes, a lot of tires. Way more than normal, but more curiously, they're all at full price. This is the time of year where I scoop up bike deals left and right. Helmet deals definitely. Normally, every time I'm in a Walmart, there's at least one yellow tag on a helmet. Not today. Look at these accessories. Those bike wheel lights, that's the type of thing that usually this time of the year I'll see clearance or a rollback or something like that on. But nothing. Oh, I did spot this pump, this Concord pump, first time I've seen that. Looks nice, even at the retail price. And look, who can blame a company for selling things at retail price if they're selling? I'm just shocked because usually I see markdowns. Now that doesn't need markdown. $9.96, I just talked about that in a video, that chain breaker tool. Very nice. And now look at here, this is the only sign that fits with the season. Bike racks, they've been mauled. There's not a lot left. That's because back to school, buying college students, high school students, a bike rack for their bike, it makes sense. What doesn't make sense is, as I've mentioned, this is the time of the year where bikes are usually being rolled back or clearanced, and there's an excess here. We're not in a bike market that's, well, beneficial to bike manufacturers. Every bike they can move in an oversaturated market is precious, but I see no yellow tags. The closest thing I could find was this Schwinn with this smart tag. It had yellow on it. By the way, whoever ends up with that bike, I'm sure it's going to be pretty happy. It looks cool. But just looking over this, I mean, do you see anything? Is this the same thing at your Walmart? Because I checked all my local Walmarts and, well, it looks just like this. Now, that can vary from Walmart to Walmart, region to region, but let me know what your Walmart has. Because look at this, that top shelf, that has bike stuff. Normally, that's toy overspill, but there's bike stuff there now, and none of it is marked down. Just really odd. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're just not familiar with Walmart, this is their standard white price tag. But Walmart has two other types of tags that I'm aware of. First, they have the yellow one, and I don't have to go far. All I have to do is back up a few steps from the bike accessories, and there are the clearance price tags, the famous yellow clearance price tags. Toys like bikes, another thing that they hit a lull this time of year right before Christmas, the few months building up to it, that they don't sell a lot, so they're having to clearance out things. And here you can see plenty of clearance items. Now, if that was on clearance, I would have left with a Darth Vader, but nope, it's just the scrub Star Wars characters marked down, but there's plenty of clearance. Even Hot Wheels, not an item that typically has a lot of clearance. You can see there's a Hot Wheels item. I go down, there's a few more. It's a clearance time of year for a lot of stuff, especially normally bikes, normally toys, these board games, a lot of clearance. So as you can see, there's clearance in the normal areas I usually see it, but I normally see it on bikes at this time of the year, but I'm just not. So that leads me to the third final price tag type that I see. Not as often on bikes, but the famous Walmart rollback. You'll see these throughout the stores. Every now and then I see them on bikes. I do see them on bike accessories every now and then. But bike accessories are like these games. Normally there's a lot of clearance. I'm just not seeing it, and I'm wondering why, and I have a suspicion. They clearly have an excess of bikes at a time that, as I mentioned, bikes are just not the thing to be selling right now. Normally there would be clearance prices on many of these, or at least a few of them that I could pick through on the shelf, but there's nothing, just regular prices. And I have to wonder, is that because of the T word? We know tariffs are starting to have an effect on pricing, and it's really supposed to ramp up on things like bicycles over the next few months leading into Christmas. Is the current price holding because maybe that's the new clearance and the future bikes that are going to replace these are going to cost more? It's possible that the current prices are the lowest we're going to see things at for quite some time, and that could explain the lack of clearance pricing at a time that it should be seeing clearance on bikes and bike accessories. What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.